In this video, I'm going to be showing you a handstand conditioning workout that you can start literally from the start and follow along with me all the way to the finish. So I'm going to show you the workouts, the structure. So let's get down to it. Starting off, we always want to do wrist warm up just so that you don't hurt yourself, and we always want to prime your wrists because it can be quite taxing on your wrist with the handstands. Okay, so I'm going to go through this with you quickly. So back of the hands on the floor, we're going to crunch up into a fist 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then hands on the floor, walk all the way back towards your knees and forward. That's 1 rep. We're going to do that for 5 reps, and then after that we're going to grab your hands into a fist, roll forward, roll back, do that 10 times. Hands together at the center of your chest, go forward 10 times, go backwards 10 times, and then side to side 10 times. Now we're going to do rocks. Okay, hands on the floor, fingers facing forward, elbows externally pointed out away from you, rock back and forth 10 times. Be nice and gentle. For some, this could actually, be a little bit painful, so just don't put too much pressure. Once you've done 10, fingers facing towards you, go back for 10. And now back of the hands on the floor, fingers facing towards you, back and forth for 10. And then finally, we're going to do finger push-ups like that for 10. Now that the wrist warm up are done, we're going to work on activating our core with 2 exercises. First is the elbow plank. Hold between 20 to 30 seconds. So get on the floor, shoulders stacked on top of your elbows, body in a straight line from head to toe. Don't let your butt be too high up or too low down, or your lower back arch. If it's arching, you want to pull your belly button back towards your spine, protract and squeeze your glutes. Protraction means just rounding your shoulder blade. So this is retraction, this is protraction. So we're just going to hold this for about 30 seconds to really fire up the core. Once we've done 1 set of that, we'll go on to hollow body hold. And this drill is going to teach you how to keep your core and glutes engaged to have that nice handstand alignment. So we're going to lie on our back, extend our hands overhead, feet together, lift our heels up 6 inches off the ground. We're going to look forward, and I'm going to make sure that my lower back is pressed down into the ground. So think about pulling the belly button down towards the spine, squeezing your glutes and hold. If this is too hard, we just lift this up a little bit to make it a little bit easier. And if that is too hard, then we bring this down. Okay, so it got 3 different stages. So do that for 1 set each, and that will be the warm up and the core activation done. The first handstand drill that we're going to be working on is called the chest to wall shoulder shrug. This is going to work on keeping our shoulders elevated, because oftentimes when I see people hold the chest to wall handstand, their shoulders will just start to drop, and they're just causing lack of tension in the upper traps and upper shoulders area. So we're going to want to work on this. So get into the chest to wall handstand position, walking my hands and feet back until my hips are stacked on top of my shoulders and wrists. I'm going to push through my shoulders, and I'm going to look at a spot here in between my hands. Then squeezing everything, pointing my toes, I'm going to drop my shoulders down and then push up. That's 1 rep, and you can feel this a lot in your traps. So go for 8 to 10 reps for 3 sets. Drop, elevate, hold. Exhale as you go up, inhale as you go down, and hold. You should really feel it a lot in your traps area. If you're not feeling it in the traps when holding a handstand, it means you're not pushing through your shoulders high enough. So work on this. Up next, we're going to be working on the back to wall handstand kick up. So we're going to be teaching you how to learn how to push off your feet and landing them on the wall. Now, there's often a big fear factor when it comes to this. A lot of people think that they're going to collapse and hurt themselves. What I'm going to show you is going to take all of that away. All right, so the key is, the first thing, determine which one is your dominant leg. So mine is my dominant leg, my right here. So let's get against the wall. My hands are about 2 palm sizes away from the wall. And now when I'm setting this up, my shoulders will always be stacked on top of my wrist, and I'm going to be flexing my triceps just so that my arms do not bend, so that way you won't collapse. I'm going to extend my right leg back, my left knee in towards my chest. My dominant leg is what's going to whip up. Okay, so shoulders stacked on top of your wrist, push off, whip up, and just try to touch your heel to the wall. You literally can't collapse because your heel will save you, and also your arms are fully locked out. So let's kick up. Just tap first, build that confidence, and if that feels easy, you just bring both feet in and then followed by the hold. A common mistake that I usually see with the back to wall handstand is that when you kick up, you bend your knees, and that's gonna not allow your body to follow through. So let me show you what it looks like. So you bend in your knees and then you drop. We always want to keep the leg straight, especially the dominant leg. Keep that straight, because as you kick up, your weaker leg has got to be straight as well to follow through. So think about right leg straight, followed by the left leg, and then the weight will come over through. You just need to push through your shoulders. Okay, none of this. Whip with this, and then the right leg will follow. Boom. Now we're going to be working on strengthening our front shoulders, which is predominantly the primary muscles that's going to be causing you to hold and last in the handstand. So with the pike push-ups, there are many ways you can do this, okay? So most of us, for beginners, we're going to have our hands about shoulders width apart, get into a push-up position, and then you're going to walk your feet towards your hands to create an inverted V shape like this. And we're going to push through our shoulders and try to tuck your ears in between your shoulders like this. Don't poke your head out too much, okay? Tuck your ears in and then shift more weight to your shoulders by going on your tiptoes. As we come down, we're gonna bend the elbows, try to touch your nose to the ground, drive back up in the diagonal position, tuck your ears in between your shoulders. So let's do 2 more. 1, 2. If your legs are quite tight, it's okay to bend your knees slightly because your hamstrings are tight, or if that's still too hard, you just make the V a little bit bigger to take the load away from your shoulders. Let's talk about common mistakes. First one is that the trajectory that they push back up in, I usually see, is wrong. So I'll show you what I mean. Usually students would go down in a diagonal position, but then they push vertically up. As you can see what I've just showed you, I go down like this, but then I push up. Now, that's okay, but it's gonna target more of your upper chest. I felt that a lot in my upper chest. So if you want to isolate your shoulders, you gotta have to push back up in a diagonal position. So, ears in between my shoulders, down, nose touch the ground, push back up, tuck my ears in between my shoulders. So you can see that my body line is like this, and it comes back up like this, not like this, and then like that, okay? So trajectory really matters. And again, if you find it hard, make the shape of the V from this angle to a little bit bigger. And then this is going to be so much more easier now because more of your body weight is going to be distributed to your legs. The final exercise, we have got this shoulder tap. So this is a great way to end the workout. It's a nice and simple shoulders and core conditioning exercise. To get into it, we're going to get into a push-up position with our shoulders stacked on top of your wrists. Extend your legs back, your body's in a straight line. And notice how my bum is not too high up or too low, or my lower back is not flat. My core is always actively engaged, so that way my body's in a straight line. And we're just gonna touch our opposite hand to opposite shoulder whilst trying to maintain this stacked position of shoulders being on top of your wrist. I'm gonna try to do about 8 to 10 reps on each side before we stop. So always keep your core and glutes engaged. Guys, I can't emphasize this enough. If you're not feeling it in your core and your glutes, you're not engaging your entire body enough. And we got to create that discipline from the start, because when you are in the handstand, if you want to hold it in a perfect line, you're going to want to engage your core, your glutes, and your lower body muscles as well. Let me show it to you from this angle. 1, 2, my bum is always tight. 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. So repeat each exercise for about 3 sets, and following the rep ranges, do this once or twice a week and you should be good. So that is all for this video, my major calisthenics team. I hope you found value from this. If you do, please give us a thumbs up. Comment down below how you think about this video, if you'll be implementing it. And also if you have any video suggestions that you'd like me to make, put them down there. So don't forget to subscribe so that you can come back for more videos like this. And if you'd like to be personally coached by me, I'll leave the link down in the description down below so you can see all the different training packages with me. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video.